Hello everyone who's ever wanted to be a magic bird. I am Border, also known as BorderRRR, and welcome to Death's Door. This is a little RPG that was recommended to me by Otto von Baden? Wow, I butchered that name. And this is absolutely delightful and I love it. It's a little bit, it feels like a combination between Bastion, Dark Souls, and other games which I can't remember right now. But anyway, this is great. You play as a crow. You play as a crow reaper, and you've got to go off and do crow reaper things. And, well, life is hard, I guess, for a crow reaper. This game is gorgeous, and it's got a good soundtrack, and I love the way the bird walks. And it's just, whee! Also, you can jump off ledges to save time, and that's very good. So, we're a little bit further into the game. You probably saw on the save file we're about 4% of the way through the game. And, yeah, that's like, you run around, you do things. You have a bow, which you get more arrows from hitting people, which is exactly how bows work. And the plot is pretty straightforward. You are sent to collect a big soul, but after you get it, you literally get mugged for it and it gets taken away from you, which means until you get that soul back, you are mortal. You will age and you can die, and that sucks. And so yeah, so I got a little bit of a hit right there. I'm not super good at this, I should mention. There is a, I don't know, I get hit every so often. You can see, like, on the top left, you have 4 health bars. I believe there's ways to fix that. I mean improve that. Also, interesting, this is, I don't know, that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me a little bit of Zelda. Like the old style Zeldas with, like, what do you call it, from top and bottom? No. Also, I believe that this particular fight I had a go at before and kind of failed. So this is my second attempt at it. Or it's actually been a while since I recorded this the first footage. So this might be, I don't know, I think I do get this on the second try. The trick is to know when to use your arrows and when to save them. Also, best to deal with stuff up close before you start doing other things. It's also fun little tidbit. My middle mouse button on my mouse is kind of broken, so I have to, anything that uses the middle mouse button, I have to remap to like one of the side buttons, to mouse 4, so to speak. So yeah, that's a very fun tidbit. Like, yeah. Honestly, you should just listen to the music right now because it's really good. I might buy the soundtrack of this game. I've actually been looking forward to recording this, even though it's taken me a little while to get around to it, because other stuff has been in the way. Simply because I want to play more of this game. This game is fun. And it's like, RPG-ish. Let's discuss for a second, like, RPG, the definition of, like, the loosest definition of a role-playing game is a game where you play a role, and you have a character which progresses in some way, which means an awful lot of games actually fit that description. So, we're talking this game, Death's Door, we're talking Far Cry, we're talking Dark Souls, we're talking frickin' Call of Duty, like, given that you level up in online matches and stuff like that. Oh boy. Oh wow, there's a bit of friendly fire there. Also, pretty obvious, don't get cornered. If you get cornered, that's bad. Also, I'm still getting the hang of the strong attack. And ouch. Whee! Beautiful, beautiful. And the rock's in the way. This game has physics. Shocking, I know. Come on. You know you want it. Yay! Oh. Damn you! Dang you to heck. And I just, whoop, I almost fall off the edge of the cliff, but it's all good in the neighborhood. Don't panic. So that's me just wondering what the hell's happening. Okay, where shall we go? Where shall we go? What should we do? Can't get the life fruit again, unfortunately. That is really annoying. So onward we go. Onward we go. Where do we go? Nobody knows. And here's a lever, and we're going to push it. And hello, there was a fight, and I do like how our bird is colored. Yonder is basically a big castle. What's fun is that just a little bit early in the game, you see a dead version of one of these, and you think, damn, that looks... I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. And it's like, oh my goodness, it's a rocket-powered magic castle. And did that hit me? I think it did. Whee! Now I see. Now I just want to watch this actually because it looks pretty. I got squashed. It's hard to be a bird. It is interesting that your bird cannot fly. It can kind of just steady the fall a little bit. Whee! And it's got a big laser. See, this is like when designing fantasy. It is actually a good idea to get a lot of inspiration from sci-fi, because this immediately makes me think of Warhammer 40k. Not that Warhammer 40k is not fantasy, because it is. There's magic and stuff in it, because the universe is big and scary, apparently. And, dead. Death! I love the death screen, it's pretty good, it's pretty direct. And now we've just got to go back out through the door and make our way back to the place. And I think I get lost, actually. Actually, no, I don't. I think we just steamroll straight to where we're supposed to be. Okay, or not. I think we do get lost, actually. I think I end up going precisely the wrong way. And this is something it has in common with, like, games like Zelda. I've never played a Zelda game, by the way. I respect them from a distance. Because they're not my thing, and they're not on PC, and I'd like to say, like, you know, PC Master Race, that kind of thing, but honestly, it's because I don't want to buy a console, and all my games are in one place anyway, so that's just convenient. Honestly, and also, yeah, I mentioned before the mouse buttons, but, I am playing this with keyboard and mouse. Not sure which is better. I guess some people are going to be telling me that this is a game that is meant to be played with a controller, which would make sense. No shame and no judgment on people who prefer to play games like this with controllers. Whee! Just watching that thing move like that is just so cool. Whee! 360! It is interesting, though, in video games that, oh yeah, you can kind of see cracks start to show in the thing, in the Guardian. Lasers! Roly-poly. But yeah, it is interesting that in video games, consistently, like, fighting bosses, if you think about it in a realistic or rather believable way, this thing should just flatten you immediately. Like... You know, that spin move is pretty pointless. You could literally just land on top of me, like it actually did. And once again... Whee! Lasers, lasers! Wee-woo, wee-woo! Lasers, lasers! Everybody gather round, it is laser time. Laser time, laser time. Everybody loves laser time. Whee! Okay. Jolly good. Jolly good. I think things are going very well. We are having a laser time again. Just walk in a circle and you'll be fine. Lasers won't get you. Whee! You can see the cracks forming. Crack, crack, goes the back. And also other things that rhyme with crack and back, which we're not going to go into here. Wait, I just forgot, I just realized what I just said, and what I said made kind of no sense. The bad word does not rhyme with either of those things. See, like, this thing is a big, moving castle that, like, has lasers and rockets. Warhammer 40k is hell. Look at that. And it crumbles to bits with delightful physics. And it almost lands on me, because of course it does. And then it dissolves. And then the bridges come back. Boss fights, everyone. Beautiful. Alrighty, onward to bigger and better things. Read, this way to the overgrown ruins. We can't go there yet. And this way to the summit. And the summit is where we gots to go. Bonk. Elevator! How convenient that the elevator is operated by hitting it with a shiny magic sword. And at this point, I'm just looking at that statue thinking, like, damn, hello. Hello, hello. And of course, the problem with the games like this is because it is, like, a little bit open-ended, if not open-world, so you can go one direction before you go the other. At which point, you're kind of like, which way do I go? Do I go left first, go right first? In that case, and that was the smart thing to do. Saved a little bit of time. Also, I don't know how to get over there. I want the shiny thing! I'm a crow! Caw! I can't get the shiny thing. And I have... Oh, I do have a seed. And there's a key, which I cannot get. And that is obviously where I should go. And here's the key place I need to go for the key. Whee! And here is... What is that? That looks like delicious noodles with chopsticks. It is incense! And this is very Zelda, this whole you got the thing! Meow 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 meow! And this is just me rubbing my bird all over everything just to make sure I haven't missed anything. That's a horrible euphemism if there ever was one, rubbing your bird on something. And need a key! Herp derp. Captain Obvious, you need a key. So onward we go to plot. And can I get the key? No. And this, here I thought I was being clever, because there was a thing back there, and I thought, like, hey, maybe if I put incense in it, it will unlock something. Whee! So, yeah, maybe I should have cut this part out, but, like, it's fun. Like, this is something that I think everyone does in RPGs, is, like, they try and be clever and be like, okay, you just found a thing, backtrack a little bit, and maybe you can use the thing, right? Nope, not quite like that. I think this game very much is more like, you know, the plot sets the pace, so to speak. Right. Onward we go. Oi! That's my thing! How dare you! Oh, hello, Fletchling. Sorry about the crack on the head, but I needed that soul. You see, I was a Reaper, just like you. Years ago, my assignment evaded capture. It took many months to track it down to this location. Upon arrival, I discovered it had somehow passed through the store. Inconceivable. Do you know where we are, Fledgling? Death's Door, and there's the title screen, and there's the Death's Door. The endpoint for all life. I thought it was just a legend. As you know, all doors are powered by the energy of souls. Perhaps, with a truly monumental amount of power, even this one could be forced open. Sadly, the soul I stole from you was not enough. I'm afraid that our fates are very much entwined now, Fledgling. For with your assignment incomplete, your death is now an inevitability. Without the soul that now resides behind this door, you are trapped, just like me. However, fortune may still smile upon us. This cursed land is hidden to the Reapers, somehow untouched by the laws of nature. The creatures here have the potential to live vastly beyond their years, growing ever larger and more powerful. I know of 3 such beings on these isles whose combined soul energy could grant us the power to wedge this door open. To the north lives an old witch, obsessed with escaping the clutches of death. Beyond the forest to the east, a self-proclaimed king rules over the ruins of a flooded cathedral. And atop the mountain to the west, a beast of untold years, primal and vicious, with no want or desire. I am truly sorry to have entangled you, fledgling, but in my advanced years my body grows weary. Your path is your own now. Either venture into the wilds and reap those giant souls, or choose inaction and suffer the same fate as this old fool. Well, thanks, you thieving bugger. Let's talk to him. Do you wish for guidance on where to head next? I suggest you head north. There lives an old witch obsessed with escaping death. Alright, off to the witch we go, off to the witch we go. Dumpty-dumpty-dumpty-dumpty-dump. Man, that guy's an asshole. And here, magically, the key drops. And we got the key. It did explode, but we got it anyway. Off we go. Dumpty-dump. I love the way the character walks. It's just like, it's so... I just got hit in the face with that. It's just so bird-like, you know? And this is the way to... the Urn Witch's Mansion. Push lever, or lever, depending on where you are from. Dumpty 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 dum. Of course, we have to go the other way first, just to see what happens. Dumpty dumpty dum. Inspect. This door requires a key to open. Keyhole looks very old and rusted. Maybe we can insert the Grey Crow in there. He also looks... he? Maybe it's a she. Maybe it's a they. That's the fun thing about birds, unless you get your hands, like... unless there's clear sexual dimorphism, and, you know, they got different plumage or whatever, like... unless you get your hands right up their cloaca, like, you're probably not going to be able to tell what sex they are. Or gender. Or either of those things. Trans crow? Anyway, so... yeah, I've been thinking of my character, like, as a he... I have no idea. Birds don't care. Why should we? So anyway, here we are in a dungeon, I guess, is what you could describe this as. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, bug! It's fun. This is the only bug in here. Yay! Dead. And we get one thingy. Presumably we can spend that somewhere. Alright, so here's where my blind ass walks straight past the other lever you need for this. There it is. Don't see it. It's even does that game design thing where it's illuminated with light. And there's something I think is important, but I miss it. And what's over here? What's over here? And this is the room we started in. I realized it about now. And we're back over here. And smack the skeleton just in case. And I want to go over here, but unfortunately I cannot. Smack, smack. And smack. And nothing. Come on, that's just cobwebs. I should be able to cut through that and, like, do cool things. And spots the lever now. It all worked out well in the end, but still I'm quite amused at my past self for just walking straight past that without even seeing it. And, hello, what is this? It is a elevator. Like, I almost failed to recognize that I could go in this thing. It does actually look a little bit like a birdcage, which is, kind of funny, actually. Alright, birdie, hop into the birdcage. Do stuff. And this, I love the lighting in this game. It looks very pretty. The whole premise is just good. You are a bird. You're a bird on a quest. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird. Bird, 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 bird. All the commentary is just gonna be bird. And I got a thing. I got the thing! So yeah, this is a little bit... it feels like birds... well, Not that I've played a Zelda game, it feels like Bird Zelda, Bird Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls only because... Well, no, no. I'm being a little bit too quick with the Dark Souls label, I feel. The game's not that difficult for a start, at least not yet. And, like, yeah, it's like... I guess the doors are kind of like bonfires, but also they're just like spawn points too. And here's your hint. Burn your weapons and spread joy. So yeah, the Urn Witch has a thing for urns, as it turns out. Who would have thunk? Whoosh! And that's this whole garden in a nutshell. This is where things get kind of Zelda-y, or I guess old school RPG-y. And that's where I learned that the mushrooms replenish your arrows, which is very convenient. That is gameplay. That is game design. Holy crap! Can you believe it? And presumably, I'm guessing you get some kind of thing that allows you to set your stuff on fire, because that floaty pot right there is like similar to the place where we wanted to go earlier, where I tried to use the incense but failed miserably. Failed miserably. Worst failure you've ever seen. Excuse me, I'm burpy. Read. This way to the Urn Witch's mansion. Whoever put up these signs, very helpful. And this is where I see if I can swim. It might shock you, but I can't. You gotta find these things out. You gotta test things. And it is quite convenient how, like, if you die in the water, you just lose some health and respawn back. I like it when games do that. Activate. Door. Plant seed. Yay. And we consume. 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 I think I missed a shiny thing. Damn it. I think we get over there eventually and it just doesn't happen. Oh, I break the boxes. But the boxes didn't have anything in it. That is video game heresy. Hello. Oh, hello there, my beak-faced fellow. It is quite unusual to see one of your kind upon these isles. I imagine you must be here for a soul. Not me, I should hope. Anyway, it seems our paths have intersected at an opportune moment. You may not have noticed, but I have been cursed with an unusual affliction. Alas! Judge me not by the shape of my head, but by the deliciousness of the soup inside. Pothead! I see what you did there. Where are my manners? I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Beakface. Rude. The soup drops out when he bows. It would seem that my journey has reached an impasse. I haven't been able to overcome the obstacles ahead and unlock the iron gates. If you would help me move on, I should be indebted to you, and we could push forward together. So, this actually is what maybe... Oh, there are many obstacles ahead, Beakface. Curiously, there appears some uncanny kinship between the sealed gates and the unlit lanterns hereabouts. Man, I hope I remembered those lines right. Which would be most embarrassing. Anyway, so that's the Onion Knight, basically. That is actually what made me think of Dark Souls, and those explode, I just learned. Also, fun thing, these pot-headed enemies, they have different pots on their heads than in the previous area. But yeah, so the Onion Knight, was it Sigurd in Dark Souls 3, and some other guy in, like, the first Dark Souls? You know what I'm talking about, those of you who know Dark Souls. Anyway, Pothead is very much that. Like, it's that same kind of vibe. I think, like, it feels very much like that, like, the Dark Souls Onion Knights were the inspiration for that. And I just wasted all my freaking arrows. Get back here, you Wally. Did you like how I predicted where the thing would go? Whee! Fire again, I dare you. Whee! Oh, also, like, when you beat up enemies and they, like, kind of, like, you see the thing come off them, it's great. Also, physics. Aww. Physics. Also, you gotta love that the leaf blower is playing right now. Playing? Honestly. The Garden of Peace. Whee! Consume. Yum yum. Interesting health recovery mechanic. Oh dear, and that's physics for you. Whee! Uh-oh. And 1, 2, 3. I am very happy that those archers have such slow arrows. Whee! Combat in this game, I like a simple combat system, you know? It doesn't need to be overly complicated. The most complicated frickin' combat system... What is the most complicated combat system? I think Dark Souls is actually kind of complex because you need to remember more than, like, 3 buttons. Which I don't care for. I don't care for it one bit. Whee! Whoops. Whee! And now I'm using the environment. I'm smart. I'm smart and cool. And I got shot point blank with an arrow. I'm still smart and cool. You should still think of me as smart and cool. Please think of me as smart and cool. Please. Right. Onward we go. Hello, pothead. I think I failed to see him, actually, so... Oh yeah, that's where I am before, and I think I see him now. I'm like, oh, hey, you're over here now. Most impressive. Now make haste and ignite the second lantern. Why can't you do this? You've got a pot on your head. You can do anything. Let that be a lesson to you, kids. If you want to do anything, put a pot on your head. It works for Deadmau5 and, like... What System of a Down? Who the hell was it? Damn it! Daft Punk, that's the one. Oh, why am I trying to bond with the kids over really old things? Because those are pretty damn old. Whee! Let's do multiple. Can I shoot through the fence? No, I cannot. So much for physics. 0 out of 10. Trash game. Refund. I'm joking. This is lovely. Also, probably isn't that long, really. Like, the very brief moment I played, if that's 4%, then woof. Whee! Yay, more arrows. The fact that you can beat up that... I guess it makes sense, because you're, like, reaping souls, and that replenishes your soul arrows. And yonder are the doors. And I think right there is when I realized, oh, I can set enemies on fire like this. Yay! Just keep shooting, just keep shooting, just keep shooting, shooting, shooting. Yep. And you are on fire. I hope you like being on fire. Whee! That's fun, I like it. I like setting things on fire. Setting things on fire is fun. Beating up enemies is also fun. Lumpty dumpty doopty da. I like how the archers have a sword, but they don't use it. 0 out of 10, immersion broken. Refund game. I'm joking! Aha! This is the Garden of Joy. You gotta love, like, you know, the almost Renaissance-like cherubic art and stuff. But they've got pots on their heads. Everyone's a pothead. Yay! Now we go over there. I also like how this kind of... This is barely a puzzle, but then again, it's like early game still. It's just like, oh, that's what you do. And... Yay! Ow! How dare you! Teleporty things. These enemies are like extremely Zelda, I do have to say. Like, most Zelda-ass, enemy-ass enemies. Whee! Smack. When in doubt, beat up the mushrooms. It's good for you. And zoop. Yay! Get a real sense of accomplishment from doing that, even though it's not, like, really difficult. Like, I need to get more games in my library that are not insanely difficult and, like, RNG and unfair. Well, unfair is a strong word, but, yeah, I look at my Steam library and it's all things like roguelikes that absolutely beat your ass mercilessly. And, sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you just want to sit and have a lovely moment. Break up the action a little bit. It's a nut! Or a seed. It's a seed. A seed is like a nut, but different. Like, you know, you are what you eat. You can be a seed, you can be a nut. I'm not going to judge. All you seeds and nuts watching, whatever you identify as, you're valid. Hurrah! We can now venture onward, my steadfast companion. But first, we should grant ourselves a moment of respite. Come, sit with me a while. Is it respite or respite? As I mentioned upon our meeting, I was not always quite so earthenware in appearance. This strange curse was visited upon me by the wicked old lady who resides in the mansion beyond these gardens. I imagine you are here for her. Surely her soul must be swollen ripe for the reaping due to her unnaturally extended years. I desire naught but to confront the old witch and request she undo her serenity and restore me. I was quite the looker, you know. Damn you past me! Why the hell are you... Soup? No? So be it. Let us push on once more. That's nice. That's nice. But, yeah, I really am annoyed at myself that I freaking, like, went through that dialogue so quick. So anyway, that's a little bit of Death's Door. This game is so much fun. I'm going to play more of it. Yeah, I might play through it all the way and then, like, do a full playthrough on the channel. Let me know if you'd like that. Once I know actually how to speed run through it and, like, I don't make you sit through, like, me checking every nook and cranny for stuff. And I probably still won't 100% it even then, because RPGs and me don't necessarily agree like that. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, please comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in whatever game comes next. Suggestions always welcome. Farewell!